charity or dana. All the scriptures, all the religions, and all the great masters recommend giving charity. Give 10% of your possessions to the charitable causes. Why? Because by giving charity, we lose some of our attachment to our possessions. We expand our consciousness. We have compassion for others. We reduce our ego. And this is why charity helps us along with others. Entire universe is sustained because of charity. All the forces of nature always give. Sun gives, rivers give, trees give, all other elements give. So we have to give because that allows the circle to flow. If everyone becomes stagnant, everything will become standstill. So charity is necessary. But there are three kinds of charities. One is called Tamasik charity, which is a very low kind of charity. Second is called a Rajasik charity, a little bit higher charity. And then Satvik charity is the most desirable charity. This is what one should give. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 17, verse 20, Datavyamiti yat danam diyate nupakarine deshe kale cha patre cha taddanam satvikam smrutam. Desh, kal and patra. When it is given at a right place, right desh, right time and a right recipient is called the greatest charity, Satvik charity. Charity that is given because you are forced to give out of anger to get rid of the person who is needy. All this done out of hate is called lower kind of charity. It doesn't produce peace in your heart because you have to go against your will. You are forced into it. Rajasik charity is you give charity because you get recognized, you get name, you get admiration, people thank you, and that builds your ego. So Rajasik charity, which is binding. Many times people give donation because it's a tax shelter. So it is all selfish gain. It builds ego, selfishness. Though giving, it doesn't produce overall good feeling. So it is for selfish purpose is called Rajasik charity. But pure charity is given at a right time, right place and to right recipient. Sometimes people are so much caught into giving charity. Sometimes you have to understand that time and place. For example, one yoga studio invited me to give yoga program in Dallas, Texas. The teacher wanted to do charitable thing, so he organized a program. They say free admission. Now, people could have afforded at least $2 per person, but he says he wants to be charitable. I went all the way. I had traveling expense and other expenses. He had studio to run, but he gave charity because he was caught up into charitable thing. So this doesn't help. This is not at right time and right place. I used to do charitable thing, giving indiscriminately, and I found that if you give it to wrong person at wrong time, it doesn't help. I have several surplus of books I try to give away to friends or anyone who says they are interested in yoga or meditation. I gave us freely, free of charge, and they don't even read it. This is considered giving at a wrong time and a wrong place. If you give it to somebody at right time, right place, it is valuable. Sometimes somebody sacrifices some money, some time, travels, sacrifice their ego. They will be better recipient to give spiritual wisdom. That is why they say, don't cast the pearls in front of a swine. They don't know the pearls, they would chew it. In India, it is said, Bash Agal Bhagavat, don't recite spiritual scriptures in front of a buffalo. They don't understand it. So right discrimination is necessary. You can give charity. Lowest kind of charity is give somebody financial help. Somebody is hungry, you feed that person. But that help lasts for a short time. If you give somebody some tools to make a living, to make them self-reliant so they can make their own living without begging others. So you have given much greater help because that help will last for a longer time. Still, highest kind of help we can give is spiritual wisdom, because spiritual wisdom can change one's life. Spiritual wisdom can bring joy and happiness in spite of all the problems in life. So spiritual wisdom is the highest kind of gift you can give. In order to give spiritual wisdom, you have to gain spiritual wisdom yourself. You have to surplus of joy and energy to provide surplus wisdom. If you don't have anything to give, you don't have money to give, you don't have talent, you don't have spiritual wisdom to give, you can at least do something. And that one is to smile. Just give something. Give joy to someone. Say sweet words to someone. Do your job with love. Spread the joy and spread the love. And this is spiritual giving. And suppose you cannot do that, what can you do? In your meditation, think of well-being of everyone. And that is why in Sanskrit there is a prayer, Sarvetra Sukhina Santu, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukhamapnavet. I wish that entire verse, everyone becomes happy, healthy and prosperous, and may no one suffer. Remove the animosity from your heart. Remove the jealousy and anger. And you have done tremendous charitable thing. Not only to others, but yourself. Because you remove all the negative poisons like anger, fear, hatred, insecurity, you will find tremendous healing energy yourself. Highest kind of charity is to do it without desire of any reward. Do it out of love for well-being to the humanity. Jai Bhagavan.